east of the sun and west of the moon. A big shout out to Pixie and Kate for requesting today's story. Long ago, in a land of high mountains and deep forests, where winter ruled more months than summer ever dared, there lived a poor woodcutter with his wife and their many children. Their cottage stood at the edge of the forest, battered by wind and snow. And though the family worked hard, they never had enough. Bread was thin, firewood scarcer still, and the long nights pressed heavily upon them all. Of all the children, the youngest daughter was the gentlest. She was not the strongest, nor the loudest, but she carried a quiet courage in her heart. She helped her mother without complaint, soothed her younger brothers, and often gazed beyond the tree line, as though listening for something she herself did not yet understand. One winter night, when the cold was sharp enough to crack the beams of the house, there came a knock at the door. The woodcutter rose uneasily and opened it. There, filling the doorway, stood a great white bear. The bear was enormous, its fur pale as moonlit snow, its eyes dark and knowing.
Good man, I know your hardship. If you will give me your last-born daughter to come and live with me, I will make you rich beyond your needs.
The woodcutter staggered back in fear and disbelief. His wife cried out. The children clung together.
No! I would rather starve!
To give away their daughter to a bear was unthinkable.
Think on it. I will return.
And with that, it vanished into the snowy dark. Days passed, and hunger did not loosen its grip. The woodcutter tried to forget the bear's words, but they returned to him whenever he looked at his children's hollow faces. When the bear came again, it repeated its offer. Again, the parents refused. But on the third visit, the youngest daughter spoke.
Father, ask the bear what kind of life I would have.
You will know warmth, good food, and no harm. You will lack for nothing.
After long weeping and prayer, the family accepted.
I will go. Perhaps it will be for the best.
There was no joy in the decision, but only necessity and sorrow. The girl herself was afraid, but she did not turn away. The bear lifted her gently onto his back, and they set off into the forest, leaving behind the small house and the only life she had ever known. They traveled far, farther than the girl had ever imagined, until they reached a great castle, glowing warmly in the darkness. Its windows shone like stars, and its doors opened of their own accord. Inside, servants unseen attended to her every need. The halls were rich and bright. Her clothes were fine. Her table was always full. Yet each night, when she lay down to sleep, darkness fell completely, and someone came to her bedside. A man's voice spoke kindly to her.
Do not be afraid.
His hands were gentle. He shared her bed, but she could never see him. Fear slowly softened into trust. Trust grew into affection. Though she never knew his face, she felt no threat from him. So time passed. Days, weeks, perhaps months. The girl lived in comfort, though always with the same mystery at night. At last, she asked to visit her family. The unseen man agreed, but warned her carefully.
Do not listen to fear, and whatever you do not try to see me.
When she returned home, her family wept with relief to see her well-fed and well-dressed. But her mother grew uneasy.
A man who hides his face must be hiding something terrible. Light it while he sleeps. See what you have married.
Though the girl resisted, doubt took root. That night, back in the castle, the girl waited until her companion slept. Then she lit the candle. By its glow, she saw not a monster, but a prince, young and beautiful beyond imagining. Her hand trembled. Hot wax spilled onto his chest. He awoke. The prince sat up in despair.
You have betrayed me. Had you waited 1 year, I would have been free. Now the spell is broken wrongly.
A troll hag had enchanted me, forcing me to wear the shape of a bear by day and return to human form only at night.
Now, because the spell has been broken too soon, I must go to her castle and marry her daughter, east of the sun and west of the moon, farther than any human has ever traveled.
After speaking, the castle vanished. The girl found herself alone, standing in a barren wilderness. She wept until her tears froze on her cheeks. Then she rose.
I will find him.
She walked through forests and valleys, over mountains and across frozen lands. Along the way, she met 3 old women, each of whom gave her a magical gift. A golden apple, a golden carding comb, a golden spinning wheel. But none knew where the prince had gone until she reached the winds. The north wind could not help her, nor the west wind. But the east wind, fierce and ancient, knew the place.
I have been there once. Climb onto my back.
The east wind carried her beyond mountains, beyond oceans, beyond the edges of the world, until they reached a dark castle where trolls gathered. She traded her golden gifts to the troll princess for 3 nights beside him. The first 2 nights, he slept under a spell.
Prince. Prince.
On the 3rd night, she wept so bitterly that he awoke. They recognized each other at once. The trolls demanded a test. Whoever could wash a stain from the prince's shirt would be his bride. The troll princess failed. The girl washed the shirt clean with ease. The trolls burst apart in rage. The spell shattered. The castle collapsed. The prince and the girl returned home together, free and wealthy. And they lived happily ever after.